We're gonna keep it with a little bit of basketball for now, and then I think this is the last, one with basketball, and it's quick. It's not no damn 30 plus minute thing. It's just a little 5 minute joint. This is Wade, talking about the internal difficulty of the big three. I just want to hear a little. It's a little snippet. I just want to hear a little bit about it.
The big three, the Heatles. You know what I'm saying?
Little bit
You,
about it.
Bron, Bosh, and a lot of people talk about.
And I'm gonna be honest, before they even really get into it, it was a big three, relatively speaking. I don't even want to like say, oh no, it's not a big three, like hindsight. But like their big three, like kind of prime, was legitimately only like for, I would say, like 2 years. Maybe like a nah, no, maybe 2013. It was a big three. It was still good, but the load was still very heavily on LeBron's shoulders, pretty much at all times, if not at all times. Um, it was still very LeBron centric, but he just had some great pieces to put with him to help him. Like if he had a slightly off night or just had an off night, um, they would help like kind of uplift the team and be able to keep it chugging, even if he either shot poorly or just didn't have that many points in the game and whatnot. Like
The sacrifice that you made
that's
so
like
that the team
my
could be
little 2 cents
successful and
on
work,
it.
with Bron and you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that as we were talking about earlier, people talk about that enough? Where it's like, yo, listen, man,
Oh,
like
they in Canada with
this
it?
is
That's
Wade County,
fire.
bro. But he did the Derek Jeter and he, you know what I mean? When A-Rod came through, they made it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like when people talk about you in particular, you had to manipulate this because it's your team.
Yeah,
It's Wade County.
that was a tough decision.
You got a chip.
Yeah, I mean, I made it look like it wasn't tough, but it was. Well, I think I'm the best player in the world.
You know what I'm saying? And you got that energy.
I'm coming off of. It was tough, but
I was about to say, what you was coming off of, Wade? What that lot? Because that previous season, if I'm not mistaken, weren't they? They might have been the A seed, or they didn't make the playoffs. But that season, but I think Wade had gotten hurt. The season before LeBron got there, I believe that Wade got hurt. So I understand where Wade is coming from, especially at that time. Yeah, he was like top five. He was top 10 or top five definitely, in the league. So I definitely understand like giving the reins off to somebody else is like a very hard task to do. But yeah, Wade, calm down. I love you. You're my favorite shooter guard of all time. You're my favorite shooter guard of all time. But don't, not too much, not too much,
when we come in, man,
not too much.
it was our era when we came in. They say that if you want to be mentioned with these individuals, you got to win championships. And so, even though individually I thought I was a bad boy, I knew that I couldn't individually do it by myself. And I knew I didn't do it by myself the first time. I knew only reason that I was a champion because I was gifted to have Shaq on my team,
Yeah, you had Shaq,
Gary
yeah.
Payton on my team,
Yeah.
Antoine Walker on my team, and so forth and so on, right? And so I'm back in the seat
That is
again
very true.
where I'm like,
I like those
all right, I'm only
seats.
I'm 28, but I know how it goes. We only get older,
why
and
he
you only got
labeled
a
it.
certain opportunity to strike.
My fault. I'm still stuck on why he labeled it. I know I'm a bad boy, but I don't know. The way
And so that free agency moment was really my opportunity as one of the oldest ones out of all of us to strike.
Mm-hmm.
If I make the wrong decision, I'm ending with one championship and whatever the case may happen. And so for me, when we got the opportunity and realized we could play together, we got the opportunity to realize we can play together. Like it took me to really compress my ego big time. And I didn't even have a huge ego because I didn't always grow up a star. Right. I grew up a role player.
Right.
Who eventually became a star because of my work and because of my opportunity and my moments. But I had to go right back to that.
Yeah.
And it was in Miami where I had built Wade County. I turned a city into a hoop city with my teammates. And it's not just me. But that was hard. I ain't gonna lie. It was tough. But man, you know what? I feel like that was the best move for me to make to get the things I wanted out of the game. And what I wanted out of the game was I wanted them Larry O'Brien trophies, man.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted it because I already had one. And I knew that feeling. And I was like, I need that again. And so this is going to be my best moment in my career with free agency where I control it where I could put myself in the best position to get that again.
Right.
And so the sacrifice was made individually, and to play with, you know, one of the GOATs in our game in the city that I have built, you know, worked hard to build it and finally get my own. But
don't forget Bosh.
It was bigger. It's in my
don't do
mind.
Bosh like that. Don't forget Bosh.
At that time, I made sense out of it. I'm not Serena. I'm not a tennis player. It's not an individual sport. It's about the team. It's about what you ultimately want. And this is the best opportunity to get that. And so you're going to figure it out.
Coming from, you said like being like coming from Marquette and being like, you know, underrated and, you know,
you said Arquette
did that help
Marquette
in making that sacrifice? You know what I'm saying?
My personality, first of all, how I am in life, it helps. You know what I mean? Like you got to know who you are. And so I knew that my personality, even though I have an alpha personality, I also understand how to, you know, look at perspective and look on the other side and move to the side. Like I got that ability.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. See, this is why you can't be saying that, Wade. When he said I have an alpha personality, the first thing that popped up in my head was like, don't you be getting your backside eaten out by Gabrielle? That was like the first thing that popped up in my head, which is crazy. But like, you can't be saying I'm an alpha this, alpha that. Wait, I love you, but just like if you're an alpha or a sigma or whatever the hell you are, just like let it be. You don't have to say I'm that. That's like if you're a funny person, you don't have to say like, oh, I'm funny or something. Like I guess at times it might call for it, but most of the time you don't have to say it.
To be able to sometimes take a break and look, you know what I'm saying, around and see. Some people who are so great, they just looking this way. And I got the ability to be able to stop, you know what I mean, and make a different decision. And so, yeah, was it tough as hell? Yeah, it was tough. But also, too, I think I was the perfect person to play that role. It ain't a lot of people that can play that role. Bron is an amazing player, but you got to learn, you got to work around him.
Right.
And to work with him. And so, as you've seen, the first years we were together, we did everything together.
Right.
We did every interview together, every press conference. Every time you seen him, you seen me. Because we had to be so lockstep because I knew everybody was going. Nobody wanted it. My team didn't want it. My family didn't want it. They were pissed. Bron team didn't want it. No one wanted that to happen. The game of basketball didn't want it to happen. So I made sure I linked myself with Bron even more because I knew we had to be so tight, or it was going to be a failure. And we didn't want to. And I didn't want to be a part of that.
That's such a good.
Here we go. We got.
That's such a good point. Oh my God. That's such a good freaking point. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, because they're gonna start recommending me more metal stuff. I don't want to watch all the metal stuff. But that is such a great point. That's such a great point that they had to be in lockstep, because if they weren't, they were already getting scrutinized. But like if they were seen as two separate people instead of like one cohesive unit, they would have been torn apart through whether it be media, like I said, whether it be family, whether it be their own teammates. Like that's such a good point. That's such a good point. All right, now I want to watch this trailer of the Squid Games. I'm not even gonna lie. I've seen like some of season 2. I didn't even watch the whole season 2, but the season 3 trailer came out, so we're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch the trailer.
잠시 후 게임을 시작하겠습니다.
왜 날 안 죽였어? 왜 나만
he's still
살려둔
alive?
거야? 왜 나만 살려둔 거야? 뭐 하는 거야?
워인 게임하지.
이제 여기서 제발 그만해 주세요.
I do not like that haircut. That new haircut. I like the season 1 haircut with the hair was flowing.
어떡하겠다는 건데? 여기 앉아서
She's
죽겠다는
back? Wait.
그럼 어떡하겠다는 건데? 여기 앉아서 죽겠다는 거야? 아, 나가자. 우리 살아야지, 준이야.
Well, maybe that's a different. I might be old. It might be a different person.
하나, 둘, 셋.
456번. 아직도 사람을 믿나?
I'm not gonna lie, like I very much enjoyed the first season, but once they kind of like shown, I feel like the last episode towards the ending, they kind of gave away a good amount of their mystery, and it kind of turned me off in terms of like interest towards the show. But I wouldn't be opposed to watching it again. But it what? I already. Why is this? Why is this on?
Modern arenas are no longer being built for the average
Whoa,
This is the
basketball.
lid.
Whoa, whoa.
And this is a little invention I like to call guac lock.
Wow. Goodness, that was a lot. A lot going on. Okay, I found this video on my homepage. I was like, oh, this seems pretty cool. So let me check it out with the stream. So this is called Dear Chipotle. I made you something.
This is a
So let's get
Chipotle
into
bowl. This is the lid. And this is a little invention I like to call guac lock. All you
The
have to do
guac
is
lock.
line it up over the lid, push down, and guac lock will automatically crimp the lid onto the bowl. And to prove that the lid is actually on correctly, I'm going to perform the upside down test.
Mm.
Who would have thought that holding a fully loaded,
What?
massive Chipotle
Who gets this? Why would you just get two bowl? Wait, I don't know if the other bowl costs extra or something like that. Why would you do this though? It's not. It would. This is dumb. That's why I pretty much only ever get burritos. I don't even get the guac bowl or whatever. But that's
bowl by the
dumb. Who
bottom
does
is
that?
actually kind of hard. Anyways, enough of all that. Let's go test this out in a real world scenario with actual employees and see what they think about it.
I want to get Chipotle employees' opinions on it. So you line it up and then you just squeeze. You're gonna take your fingers and just squeeze.
The reason she's squeezing instead of using the handles is I discovered a small design flaw, but more on that
Well,
later.
like they don't like push it down doesn't always close it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Pull it
He
down.
made that?
It's good. It's done.
That's it?
Yep.
So what do you do? Just crimp it for me?
Yeah. Just.
Yeah, that's fire.
Oh, that? Look at that. I know, right? Where you got that?
Nah, for real. He could make money off of that.
Oh, más fácil.
Más fácil.
Más fácil. Look, it makes our job easier because look, we get cut. I don't
Yeah.
So, did y'all ever talk to Chipotle about that?
That's what we're trying to do.
If you happen to work for Chipotle Corporate and you're watching this, shoot me an email. Going back to the whole
fire.
design flaw thing, so you'll see here as she pushes down, she actually crushes the paper bowl, and that's why earlier I was having the employees squeeze the sides instead of pushing down. This is one of those.
If anything, it could like for these two, for the tops of it, it could maybe have like and I'm not an engineer, but it could have like maybe the like I guess a grip kind of like button or a grip like push pull system. Like when you just grip it, you don't have to like push down. You just grab it tight and then it'll crimp the Chipotle bowl for you.
Issues where real world testing is just so vital, especially when you
No, yeah,
consider
that's
wet
tough, though.
pico making these paper bowls all soggy. To fix this issue
Yeah,
though, I
I
just
forgot
added
about
legs so
that.
that the countertop reacts against the downforce instead of the weak
Oh,
paper bowl.
that's
And this
smart
seems to have perfectly done the
too.
trick since it is so much
Nah,
easier
this
to
guy
use
is
the guac lock now.
tough. What
Like in
the
this clip
heck?
where I'm filming with one hand and demonstrating it with the other hand.
Push down.
Heck.
Bro, we need one of those for Chipotle. Take a picture, send it to Noah, and be like, yo.
This video isn't sponsored. I
No,
just like
that's
Chipotle and solving problems, and I
fire.
gotta have some kind of record.
Nah,
now
he's
with
about
how
to
many
make
times I
bread
visited
off of
just
this.
filming
Oh,
this
damn.
video. It's also kind of funny how sometimes there would be small crowds forming while I was doing these demonstrations, like
That's
here,
true.
where I was
Nah, yeah,
showing
that
these
is
two
funny.
employees who were just getting off of their shift.
That is funny.
Yeah.
That is OD funny.
This is how long it takes to close a Chipotle bowl by hand. Full disclosure, I never worked for Chipotle, so this is more of a rookie attempt, but I am ensuring here that the lid is fully crimped and super secure. And this is the guac lock. Notice the slight head
And he's
start
doing
we just gave
timers.
in this
No,
clip.
yeah. He's giving the timers up. That
While
is-
we're waiting on the manual method to finish up, let's
Sheesh.
take a look at that edge quality. So you'll
Oh
see
my
that because the Guac Lock
goodness.
has flat sides, we get a bunch of flat crimps, which is kind of cool. The manually crimped bowl is definitely more uneven, with some of the edges not really pinched well.
Yeah.
I honestly thought I did a great job before I flipped this bowl over, so I have a ton
Wow.
of respect for the employees who are doing this for 8-hour-long shifts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Guac Lock is just too good of a name because
Yeah.
somebody already trademarked it. So, looks like we're gonna have to go back to Chipotle bowl closer thingamabob. I really want this product to go further than just being
'cause
used
it's
for a
not just
YouTube video. Everything about it was
W
designed
video,
for.
but it's not just guacamole though. He could switch it if it's, I don't know, something you could run something maybe with Chipotle or something like that, or something with the word bowl or whatever. I'm not getting paid to make this, but this is tough. But yeah, find a different name. This is
For mass
fire.
production on 3D printing
I don't even.
farms, including
Wait,
the
wait.
hinges, which are fully printed in place, so
Oh my
there's no.
god! Wait.
It's being
So you
used
got-
for a YouTube video. Everything about it was designed for mass production on 3D printing farms, including the hinges, which are fully printed in place, so there's no manual assembly required. And hopefully we can end
tough.
things like this from happening once
Yeah.
and for all.
I don't even. That's funny because I never get the bowl. W freaking video. Oh, I already liked it. I never get the bowl, so this is. But this would make me. Well, I don't know about it. It'll make me want to get the bowl. But this is just like tough. Like shout out to him. I hope nobody takes his idea. I hope he get paid for it. Because that is tough. Oh, what's this? Oh, Stranger Things, season 5. Finally. They can do whatever they want to do. I was 12 years old when the first season came out. All of my friends used to watch it. Now I'm. No, this is funny. That is funny. I could watch Harry Potter. Nah, word. Waiting for this for real. That is funny. Nah, yeah, word. 80% old scenes, 20% new. Ingenious for dropping a new episodes on the exact holiday feasts. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people are definitely into it though. Hold on, what's this? Nah, this is just talk. Yeah, I don't know why I thought. Obviously, there's no other new trailer that came out yet. Okay, that was a nice little short one. I want to watch. Which one is this? What is this one? Okay, I want to watch this real quick. Why Richard? Okay, I'm gonna watch. Yeah, this randomly popped up on my feed, and it's funny because I mean, obviously OKC are in the finals now. 5 years later, went to the finals, got an MVP, the real goal for sure. But this dude got potential for real. Oh yeah. Nah, not him saying hell no. That's funny. Nadine August, everybody. That's funny. Oh my god. That is funny. Yeah, this definitely is YouTube algorithm sharing this with me.
What's up,
Look
Thunder
at
fans? It's Shay
Young
Alexander,
Shay.
Thunder Guard. Looking forward to get to know you
Wait,
guys.
what? Hold on. I need to hear him say his name because people have been saying it Shy or Shay. What's his name?
What's up, Thunder fans? It's Shay Alexander,
Shay.
Thunder Guard.
Okay.
Looking forward to get to know you guys.
He literally says Shay. Like, what the fuck are they?
I'm obviously from Canada. Grew up in Toronto, Canada, and then I went to prep school for my last 2 years of high school in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then went to college at the University of Kentucky. So I've kind of been all over the country. We're a really close family. In terms of me and my brother being close with my parents. Mom, former Olympian,
tough.
not too much of a basketball person, but in terms of like
That's
work
tough.
ethic and things like that, she's good. She calls me every day. Yeah, she can't get enough of me. My dad was more hands-on when we were younger. My dad always said like habits are built, you know what I mean? It's hard to break out a habit when you're 18 years playing into basketball. So a lot of my foundation is who I am today. In my 9th grade year at St. Thomas More, didn't make JV actually. And I remember texting my mom after seeing I got cut and saying that I was gonna make them regret cutting me. and I guess I kind of did.
Poised for that young man. He's got amazing potential. He's such a talented two-way player for such
That's
a
so
young
funny.
player.
Okay,
I guess I'm a learner. I just soak things up.
So funny.
Yeah, I just try to learn and implement into my game, and I guess you could say that's what I do. Every day I look at it as a chance to get better, and I try to.
Green, holy.
And I'm better for the next day. The big thing for me this summer has been nutrition, trying to eat better, and I saw how nutrition helped last year. I'm going through a full season. Once I started eating better and stretching more often and things like that, I saw my performance get better and I felt better. So yeah, just staying on that throughout the summer and then throughout the season. I just try to play at my own pace and not let nobody speed me up, and then knowing how to ramp it up, being comfortable in my own skin. So I just try to stick to myself and be who I am. Individually, it's just don't let my man score. One thing I learned this year is how much communication helps. That was a big thing. Defensively, that helped.
That was
me
a foul.
communicating.
How dare you, bro?
Even when you're talking, you talk to other guys, but it helps yourself as well, knowing where everybody is. And then hearing guys behind you talk. And it's contagious. It helps a lot defensively. I'm looking forward to the opportunity. It's another amazing opportunity that I'm blessed to have, and I know a lot of people wish to have. First and foremost, I knew the fans were crazy. Every time we played here, I felt like it was packed, sold out. It was a crazy and a fun environment to play in. It'll be fun to be on the good end of the environment. As far as the organization goes, I knew it was a really good organization. They've done it at a really high level before, and nothing is more important than I guess history and showing it. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue to be myself, continue to get better every day, work hard, and I should be good. Thanks for riding with me today, Thunder fans. Can't wait to see you in the arena soon.
Wow. This stance, why this shirt and like this shirt, like this stance is like so funny. So funny. Cool video. Alright, I got 2 more videos to watch. Wait, hold on real quick. Actually, let me see. Is there any new? Huh? Oh no, it's okay. Is there any new stuff on my? No. Oh, I could watch this real quick. Oh, don't worry. Yeah, I knew it was gonna play. My bad. Hold on, guys. Alrighty. Yeah, so like one other video. Okay. Yeah. What the heck? Damn, this might be a good video. It's a black man doing this? Shit. I might say this for the next stream. I don't think I'll be watching this stream. I want to get through the videos that I already have, and then I do want to hop on the game.
Fan. They're designed for corporations, tech executives, and high net worth individuals seeking curated experiences. Take Chase Center, for example. The Warriors 1 point the average basketball fan. They're designed for corporations, tech executives, and high net worth individuals seeking curated experiences. Take Chase Center, for example. The Warriors' $1.4 billion arena in San Francisco. The design includes 44 luxury suites, 32 courtside lounges, and club-level restaurants that rival Michelin star establishments. Compare that to Oracle Arena, where the focus was noise, not nuance. Similar trends appear all across the league, in Barclays Arena, and in places like Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, just to name a few. Exclusive suspended seating only accessible via special ticket packages, removing hundreds of regular seats to make room for new courtside lounges, VIP clubs, and luxury suites. All are built with the same logic. A handful of ultra-wealthy ticket holders can generate more revenue than thousands of general admission fans.
Come on.
The economic motivation is simple. A standard upper bowl seat might sell for $30 to $100. A courtside lounge seat? Try $2,000 to $5,000 per game, often bundled in season packages that include concierge service, exclusive entrances, valet parking, and meet and greets. At Crypto.com Arena, the Lakers reportedly generate over 60% of their ticketing revenue from premium seating, which makes up less than 20% of total capacity. The Warriors' courtside lounge packages sell for as much as $2 million per year for top clients. In 2021, the Knicks made over $250 million in gate receipts, much of it driven by VIP suites and hospitality access. This model mimics the airline industry's business class strategy, cater to the top 5% of customers who fund the majority of the operation. Only a small percentage of flyers sit in business or first class, but those premium customers generate the majority of the airline's profits. A business class ticket might cost 5x to 10x more than economy, even though it takes up only a little more space. As a result, airlines started redesigning their planes, shrinking the number of economy seats to make room for more premium sections, private suites, and luxury pods. When Mark Cuban sold his majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks, it raised eyebrows. Here was one of the most passionate, visible, hands-on owners in sports, stepping back. But Cuban didn't sell to just anyone. He sold to casino billionaires, and not just for fun, but with a vision to build a brand new arena attached to a resort and casino. And that's where it all clicks. This wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was about real estate, tourism, and turning game night into an all-inclusive package. Basically, commercialization over community.
Why did you sell it? To compete now with the new collective bargaining agreement, you see all these teams building real estate, casinos, and all these big real estate empires. I'm like, that's not me. I'm not into real estate. Like when it was tech and media, golden. That's my competency, yeah. But to go build and put up, $1 billion or $2 billion or have to borrow? No, man, that's not me.
Where do people go in Dallas when they want to take a selfie? Hopefully it's right here in front of American Airlines Center. But if this isn't it, maybe there's an opportunity to build something that is a destination where people from all over the country want to come to Dallas and experience both business and leisure tourism in a first-class way. And that's what we want to bring here. And as part of that, casino gaming.
And speaking of community, places like Oklahoma City, it's the kind of place where season tickets get passed down like family heirlooms, where people show up early, in full gear, and stay loud for all 48 minutes, even during a rebuild, even when the team is down 20. In cities like this, the crowd isn't a side character. It's part of the identity, because these fans don't come to be seen, don't come for a lounge menu. They come to be heard.
Be a part of it.
There's no cultural buffer zone, and the fans aren't priced out. So when it's playoff time, you're not just facing the best team in the league, you're facing them as well. For 16 years, Kings fans waited. Through losing seasons, coaching changes, trade rumors, and lottery heartbreaks, they showed up, loud, loyal, and local. The kind of fans who didn't need a deep playoff run to care. Then, 2023 came. The Kings finally broke their playoff drought, the longest in NBA history, and made it back to the postseason. The city was electric. Light the Beam became a rallying cry. But as the excitement grew, so did the ticket prices. According to secondary ticket platforms like TickPick and SeatGeek, Sacramento's playoff home games ranked among the most expensive of the entire 2023 postseason, trailing only big market teams like the Knicks and Lakers. Demand was so high that even nosebleeds breached $300, pricing out many lifelong fans who had supported the team during.
Oh my God, say that shit again, yo. It frustrates me because it's like, yo, you really don't care about the fans. Like, he's describing a perfect example of it. Kings fans having to deal with the BS, the bad management, the horrible lottery picks that they had. Oh my God, dealing with that from what 2006 to 2023? Oh my goodness. And then now when my team finally makes the playoffs in so long, now the prices are out the roof. Like, I don't think anybody would be upset. Well, no. Some people are going to always be upset about whatever you change. But no, most reasonable people wouldn't be upset if the pricing rose a little, like, you know, a decent amount higher, because you go from the regular season to the playoffs. So it's like it's more energy, it's more excitement, it's higher stakes. Like it makes sense. But the fact that you just price them out, like, it's so sad.
During its lowest years.
In Sacramento.
Yeah, Ashley Sharp spoke with fans experiencing sticker shock due to soaring ticket prices.
The prices they came at, I was definitely surprised.
Shocked by the price of playoff tickets.
There's no way that I can afford that. It's almost like a robbery. Somebody should call Sacramento Police Department. You know what I mean?
Not willing to play the game with verified resellers. Right now, the cheapest ticket for Game 1 at the Golden One Center Saturday, about $500. It's half the price for Game 3 at the Chase Center.
One day I may be able to afford to go after I sell my kidneys.
The price to sit lower level, you're shelling out thousands.
I've paid a lot of money for tickets before, but I think we're going to watch this one from home on Saturday night.
Getting tickets used to be a household holiday. Now it feels like a stock market. Resellers sweep up seats in seconds, only to repost them at a 100, 200, 300% markup, like it's a sneaker drop. You have these types of ticket exchanges impacting industries and sports worldwide.
Feeling priced out and speaking out. Fan anger spreading in the Premier League. At Manchester City forcing a freeze on the cost of tickets. But they're still calling for change at Tottenham Hotspur. And at Chelsea demanding action over inflated prices on a ticket exchange website.
True supporters don't get to see the game anymore. We're full of tourists.
And how much have you paid them for the ticket?
Oh, go on. And I'm in the league.
That's what sucks. It's like, it's just the true supporters who've been in there at their lowest. Is like, damn, now we don't get to reap the benefits at their highest. Like, now I'm just not a part of y'all. Now that you, like, that's so whack.
Half my pension.
Combine that with the growing shift in strategy from sports venues.
As the arena transforms into Atlanta's new hub for downtown nightlife. The goal, to become the place where the lights never go out.
The Miami Heat are spicing things up at the arena. They're revamping, we know, that courtside club that they've always had.
It's the Courtside Club, laced up with 2 bars and multiple sections. It can hold a little more than 200 people. What used to be a members-only spot is now open to more guests.
What you get is a new class of spectatorship. Not fandom, not community, but consumption. Arenas are no longer temples for the diehard. They're luxury spaces now. The noise, filtered. The seats, giving to the highest bidder. And the fans who gave everything to this team. They're watching on TVs from a couch. And maybe that's the future. Maybe that's the cost of growth. But for a league that built its soul off streetball roots, packed gyms, and city pride, it's worth asking,
not this game.
What do we lose when we price out the people who made this sport what it is?
Watching that game live,
the NBA wasn't always bottle service and courtside lounges. There was a time it felt raw, loud, gritty, and authentic. Let's go back to the early 2000s.
Sita, if you got really mad at somebody, would you dead ass call them like straight up?
It wouldn't be natural, I assume.
No, I started arguments before.
You said an argument?
Yeah, like I was dating some guy and we got a huge argument.
Yeah, I remember you saying this.
Huh?
Was he black?
He's mixed.
How'd you say it?
Yeah.
He was just trying to play me in my face, so I was just.
Yeah, but how'd you say it?
I just said, stop playing me, bitch ass, and then, I
Is
I
that
went
what you
ahead.
really said?
Yes. That's
Stop playing with me.
That's the only time I'll ever, like.
You prefaced it with the bitch ass?
Yes.
Interesting. Does that make it more powerful?
Oh yeah, I gotta watch this game. I didn't even get a chance to watch.
It's not on my lexicon.
That's probably like the only.
It's just not on my lexicon. I wouldn't know.
No.
Bro, y'all tripping, bro.
By the way, I think AI is wrong.
Hello, keep the bucks. Have you ever said?
Yeah.
It's been fucking months.
Nah, this is crazy.
Man, it's been months.
That's a lovely clip. Heard him.
6 weeks, maybe.
Technically 2 months you round up.
No, this ain't good. That's not a good segment.
Actually, of course.
Let's wrap this up.
I think it's wrong.
Yeah, his face. I think it's wrong. As token white guy is so good. He No, that is funny. I do have to watch. Damn, they don't got the game. I'm gonna have to, I gotta watch the highlights of that. Gotta watch the highlights of that.